matter what color you are, there's only two classes. And that's saying there's a class over here and there's a class over there. And the reason that this class over here has never did anything to get this class off its back, because this is lower, this is upper, this is the oppressed, this is the oppressor, this is the exploited, this is the exploiter.
Here we go. What's going on, beautiful people? I hope everyone is well. So as promised, this is the first episode of the Stark Naked Truth, the podcast. Building this platform with the intention of supporting men and the growth that we're limited to. It's not for lack of effort, it's just lack of training. And I'm not one to say that I was trained perfectly either. I have areas that I'm still growing in at 60 years old. I'm still trying to figure out a lot. And my intention is to share it with those who have fallen into the same space that I have, and allowing them, like I'm trying to do, the ability to share it with those coming after us, who will then share it with those coming after them. So the goal is to have the mistakes that I've made or I'm continuing to make be minimized as we get younger. I think it's important. So to my gents, they know who they are. You little guys, I hope I've imparted something on you all as I've been going through this journey. I haven't been perfect with you all, but I've got nothing but love for you little guys, and we'll get it together. I promise you. So this podcast is about it's about a few things. It's about fear. It's about overthinking. It's about lack of confidence, low self-esteem. But I think fear is the overarching area of concentration. Fear for me is just like this podcast. It's something that I've been told for many years that I'd be good at. But my fear of not having people watch, not having people engage, not having the right thing to say, not knowing the right thing to do, not being worthy of standing in the same lane with others who are making it really big in podcasts. Just the fear of not being good enough. That is something that I don't think a lot of people believe is in me or has been part of me, that fear of not being good enough. It's a fear that I've carried my entire life, and I often feel that way now. It's still there. I have to work at it. Now, I don't want a bunch of sympathetic ahs and ums and whatever, because that's not what this is about. That's not why I'm sharing this. I'm sharing it because even with that feeling of lack, I still push forward. I still make attempts. And my goal has been constantly to teach men to do that. We all have our feelings of inadequacy, whether we admit it or not. But what we need to do is face that. I often share with the guys in my group this story, and I bring it up often. I believe the story is something of a Native American tale, if you will. And it's about being a cow versus being a buffalo. And one of the things we do, before I get into that story, that's very short, I promise you. One of the things we do as people, and especially as men, we try to stand down in areas that are uncomfortable. We just try to get away from it. This way we don't have to deal with it. And then that problem grows because it's not going away because you ran away from it. So the story goes, or the myth, or whatever you want to call it, is if you have an open field, you have cows and you have buffaloes that are roaming in this field. And as we all know, or we should know, animals have this sense about the weather. And when the weather starts to change, they know it before we do. So there's a storm coming and both animals feel it or sense it. Immediately what happens is the cows, they start running away from the storm. They start running, figuring they can get away from it. And they just keep running. And eventually they get tired. They get worn out. But the storm never stops coming. The storm is still there. And now they're at a point where they can't move anymore or they can't run anymore. And now they're beat down by that storm. So now they're tired or exhausted and they're taking the whooping that this storm is putting on them. Then you have the buffalo. The buffalo have the same sense that the cow does, but the buffalo decides to run into the storm. The buffalo's feeling, or the analogy to that is, you can't run from it, so you might as well go through it. Excuse me. You might as well go through it. The buffalo has the strength now to go through it because it didn't run from it. It saved its energy and it ran into that storm. Eventually that storm passes too, but the buffalo has more strength to carry forward that the cow no longer has. I hope that makes sense to you guys. So what I'm saying is, fellas, we have to drop this fear of running away. We have to drop this fear of not addressing things that need to be addressed. It's our obligation to ourselves to stand in the face of adversity. A lot of times the first thing that's told to us is we have to stand in the face of adversity for our partners, for our children, for the jobs that we have, to maintain a certain status. No, that's not true. You have to learn to stand for yourself. Because if you're no good, everyone around you is no good. If you're not taken care of, you can't take care of anyone around you. As you go, everyone else goes. And let's stop carrying the petty debate that we have in our heads about, I'm not going to do this for them because nobody's doing it for me. You're right. You do it for yourself. This is my point. You have to take care of you before you can take care of anyone else. And quite frankly, I think women do a great job at that. And ladies, I'm not saying you dismiss us. I'm not saying you don't have us in mind when you're going through whatever you're going through. What I'm saying is you all have a very good understanding that in order to be good for someone else, you have to be good for yourself. Now, I want to say this too, that not everybody, male or female, falls in either category all the time. You know, it's a mixed bag. But for the most part, men, we don't take care of ourselves. Women will take care of themselves. And the funny thing about that is, us men, we see that as them being selfish. And they are. They are being selfish. But we also don't take the word selfish for its meaning. We take it for what we grew up learning it meant. We take it for only the negative. But listen to the word. You're being selfish. Meaning you care about what's going on around you. You care about the others connected to you. But I have to take care of self in order to be good. It's a lesson that is hard learned. It's a lesson that can be learned. But we have to put ourselves in a place to do so. There are so many men's groups that offer us help we don't take advantage of. There are so many male therapists because a lot of times we don't want to pour out and be vulnerable with a woman. We don't want to be vulnerable with men, but I think our form of vulnerability when it comes to men is a little different, and it allows us to express ourselves in a more masculine tone that we're comfortable with. But my point is, we have therapists, we have men's groups, we have coaches who are well capable, whether it's through education or whether it's through life experiences, to support you. But brothers, we don't do it. We don't take advantage of it. I can't understand why. This month of this year makes 6 years that I've had the Stark Naked Truth men's group. We've met consistently, I would say. You know, I'll give it a 90% rate. Over these 6 years, every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. via Zoom. This is something that I started when I moved back here to Georgia from New York during COVID. 3 days after COVID shut down the world, I drove down to Georgia. And maybe about a week or so in, I don't remember exact time, but I felt lonely. And lonely in the sense of, I'm going to clarify that, lonely in the sense of my circle, my tribe was no longer around me. And a lot of us went through that through COVID. I think I just felt it really early. And what I did is I decided to get a Zoom account and, just the guys that I was missing. Hey, guys, let's get on this Zoom call and let's talk. And we did. And we enjoyed it. And then I met some good brothers down here as the world started to open up, and they joined. And one thing to another, we're 6 years in. The point I'm trying to make is I've been doing this that long, and I will tell you the advantage that brothers have taken of this doesn't exist. And what's wild is there have been spats of me saying, hey, let's do a membership fee or something like that, just to cover some of the costs. I had office space and things like that. But again, the point is, it wasn't taken advantage of. It has not been taken advantage of, even to today. So fellas, we have the opportunity, we have the ability to get the support we need, to get the uplift that we seek. But you've got to stop being that cow. You've got to stop being that cow. You got to be that buffalo. You have to run to it. It can't come find you. I can't come find you. I do the best I can to put out daily posts. Well, maybe not daily. Let me not lie. But I put out enough posts on social media. I speak to enough of you. I check on a lot of you. And I'm capable of doing more for a lot more of you. I'm capable of checking on a lot more of you. But I can't do it myself. I need you to check in. Hey, Larry, I need some assistance, brother. I need you to sit down with me. I need somebody to talk to. And guess what? I'm not going to always be the right person. It's just plain and simple. I'm not going to always be the right one. But I promise you, if I am not, I know I can connect you with someone who will. I know I can find you the brother or the sister that you might be able to talk to, or that you will be able to talk to get a better understanding of whatever it is that is concerning you. So I'm not going to drag this first podcast on forever. I just wanted to be able to come on here and do a reintroduction. I know I put a intro video up, audio, up, but that was just to let y'all know it was coming. My plan is to do a lot more of these. I have a lot to say. I have a lot to give. And none of it in arrogance, none of it related to ego, all in love. I've fallen short way too many times, not to have learned lessons that I want to share and that I can identify with. So the things I say, please know that 99% of them are lived experiences, and that other 1% is experiences I've had with someone else. I've always told people that whatever they've gone through or they're going through, I've probably done it or gone through it twice. My life has been good. I'm not here whining, but I've had some hard times. I've had some very, very difficult times. I still deal with a lot now. Mental health is real. It's not something to be played with. I know we've tried to make it a buzzword or a category of glorification in a way. Some people glorify the fact that they have a coach or they have a therapist. I don't glorify it. I wish we didn't have to have it, in the sense that we use it now. But yeah, I have a coach. I've had a therapist for a short period of time, and I think it's time that I get back to that, because what happens is I carry a lot of what people bring to me. And if you think about how I started this conversation, that's what we do as men. We carry everything that people give to us, but we don't know how to manage it most times. We think, just take it and run with it, and that makes us strong. That makes us men. It doesn't make you a man if you're unable to carry that load. Now, let me qualify that. I don't want you to think that there's certain loads that you can carry literally or figuratively that make you a man. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm banking on the intelligence of this audience that you all understand where I'm coming from. And I don't have to qualify everything I say. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that to you guys. Have this little talk and encourage men to speak up and speak out about what's going on with you. We're here. Professionals are here to assist you. Good brothers are here to assist you. And I want us to do better at manhood. Peace and blessings, fellas.
That said, no matter what color you are, there's only two classes. And that's saying there's a class over here and there's a class over there. And the reason that this class over here has never did anything to get this class off its back, because this is lower, this is upper. This is the oppressed, this is the oppressor, this is the exploited, this is the exploiter. And these people in this class have divided themselves. They say, I'm black and I hate white people. I'm white and I hate black people. I'm Latin American and I hate